Good morning, learners. Let us start our day with a prayer. Prayer position in 1, 2, 3. Okay, so may I ask the prayer leader for today, Chloe, please lead us in our prayer.
Please bow your heads and let us pray. Dear Jesus, please show me how to spend this day sharing your love in every way. Help me to be kind to everyone. Amen.
Thank you, Chloe. Before you take your seat, learners, please pick up some pieces of trashers in your area and arrange your chair properly. Thank you, learners. So, good morning, class. How is your morning? Did you sleep well last night?
Yes, teacher, it's great.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that you have a beautiful morning
How
today.
about you, teacher?
Me? Of course, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Alright, before we start in our discussion, let's first check your attendance in our attendance packet chart. Oh, your name is on the school. All of your name is on the school. So meaning to say, there is no absent from your class today. So give yourself a good job clap.
G-O-O-D-J-O-B, good job. Good job. G-O-O-D-J-O-B, good job. Good job.
Okay, thank you, learners. You may now take your seat. Before we proceed in our next topic, I want to make sure that you truly understand our discussion yesterday. So let's have a recap. Do you still remember the lesson yesterday? Oh, Nicole.
Yes, teacher, it is about solving problems involving conversions of time.
Yes, it is correct. So, it is about conversion of time. You really have a pretty good memory. You still remember it. And I'm glad to hear that. So, with that, I think you can answer the questions that I will ask using our challenge card. You know the drill, class, in using this challenge card, right?
Yes, teacher.
Your name is indicated at the back of this card, and each card has a specific questions about conversion of time. If I choose the card with your name indicated, you will be the one who will answer my questions. So let's start in Angelo. What is 3 hours and 14 minutes in minutes alone?
My answer is 194 minutes, teacher.
Okay, it is correct. How about number 2? We have Jade. What is 513 minutes in hours and minutes?
My answer is 8 hours and 33 minutes.
Okay, it is correct, class. We have Monica. What is 7 years and 11 months in months alone?
My answer, teacher, is about 95 months.
Okay, it is.
Is it correct, teacher?
Okay, last questions. We have Lovely. How many seconds are there in 5 minutes and 37 seconds?
It's 335 seconds,
okay,
teacher.
It is correct. So give yourself a good job clap. Okay, let's stand. So
G-O-O-D-J-O-B, good job. Good job. G-O-O-D-J-O-B, good job. Good job.
Okay, thank you, learners. You may now take your seats. I am glad that you've learned in our previous discussions, and I think you are now ready to start a new lesson in this morning. Am I right?
Yes, teacher. Ready.
Wow, so energetic. That's good to hear. Before we totally proceed to the new lessons, I prepared something here in my table. First, we have 1 meter long of belt and 100 centimeter of a rope. And on the second is a 1 kilo of rice and 1,000 grams of tomatoes. And on the third, we have 1 liter of water in a bottle and 750 ml of water in a pitcher. So, you can come in front and observe and explore all the things you see in the table. And you can also touch it and carry it to have, for you to have a better observation, because after you explore and observe everything you see here in our table, I will ask some question that is based on your observations. Did you understand, class?
Yes,
Yes,
we
teacher.
understand it.
Okay, thank you. So for an organized observation, we will start on the row 1. So I will give 2 minutes for every row to come in front and observe and explore. You see everything you see in our table. So let us start on the row 1. You can now come in front. Okay, thank you. How about the row 2? You can also come in front now. Thank you. Lastly, the row 3. Okay, thank you, learners. What did you observe on the things you see in the table? Yes, Juno.
Teacher, I observed that in the first example, they are just the same in length when you stretch it.
Oh, so what do you think now is much longer? A 100 centimeter of rope or 1 meter of a belt?
They are just the same, teacher.
Wow, great, it is correct. How about in the second example, which is heavier, a kilo of rice or 1,000 grams of tomatoes? And why? Okay, Nicole.
Teacher, when I carry the bananas and potatoes, I think it's just also the same in mass. But I'm not sure, teacher, because of the numbers. Like, for example, we have 1 kilo and 1,000 grams. So I don't know what will be the heavier to the two, because 1,000 is much higher than 1.
So that's great observation, Nicole. They are just the same in mass. Although 1,000 is much higher in 1 in terms of numbering, it is just the same in terms of the mass. What makes it different is the unit we use. So this would be our lesson for today. But first, let's have the third example. Anyone which holds more water, a liter of water in a bottle or a 750 ml of water in a pitcher? Yes, Angelo.
Think it's the 750 ml of water, teacher.
Why did you choose the 750 ml?
Because 750 is much higher than 1.
Oh, let's check it. We have here a pitcher, so let's pour the 1 liter in a pitcher with the same size of a pitcher in a 750 ml. Oh, here. What do you think is now holding more water? A 1 liter of water in a pitcher or this 750 ml? So what do you think now is holding more water? Laura?
It's the 1 liter, teacher, but how come that the 1 liter of water in a bottle is holding more water than in the 750 ml,
That's
teacher?
great questions, Lawrence. So that will be our lesson for today. You will learn about the conversion of common units of measure from larger to smaller unit and vice versa. You will learn the meter, centimeter, kilograms, grams, liter, and milliliters. But wait, let's just here and here. So you will learn the conversion of common units, linear mass, and capacity. But first, here is our learning objectives. At the end of the lessons, the students will be able to identify the appropriate common units of measurement for linear, mass, and capacity. The second is recognize the significance of conversions of common units of measure by solving a word problems. And lastly, you will convert common units of measure from larger to smaller and vice versa. So here, that will be our learning objective. So let us start our discussion by defining measurements. So measurement is the action of measuring something. If we didn't have measurement, it would be very hard to know when to go to school, how much is your weight, or how cold or warm is in the outside. Life is so much easier when we know how to measure things, and that is why measurement is so important. And the second is we have the measurement unit. What it is? When we say measurement unit, it is a standard quantity used to express a physical quantity. We use units while measuring the quantities so we can understand what we are measuring. Like for example, if someone asks you what is your height, you can just only say the quantity like I'm 165. What? 165. So you can't reply without unit. You must use some unit of length such as meter or centimeters. You can't say only quantity. You must use some units. Using units is become easier to understand actual quantity of an object. So did you understand the use and importance of measurement and measurement units?
Yes, teacher.
Class, did you understand?
Yes,
Okay,
teacher.
that's great to hear. So now let's move on to the common units of measurements. We have linear, mass, and capacity. So let's start in linear measurement. When we say linear measurement, it describes how long a thing is from one end to another. So the common unit we use in this linear measurement is we have centimeters and meters. In centimeters, which have abbreviations of cm, we use it to measure small lengths. For example, length of a pencil. The length of the pencil is 16 centimeters long or like that, while the meter is used to measure big lengths. Like for example, the length of the classroom or the length from my standpoint to the desk of Angelo in the row 3 is 5 meters long. So that is the use of the metric unit of centimeters and meters. The common tool we use in measuring length is a ruler. But aside from ruler, we have a lot of measuring tools. But ruler is the commonly we use. So, did you understand the linear measurement? Okay, that's great. Let's now have the mass. When we say mass, it is the matter of thing consists of its length. Or in Tagalog, it is the timbang or bigat ng isang bagay. The common unit we use on mass is the gram, and the abbreviation for it is G, and kilograms is kg. We use grams when we measure small things, like for example, 500 grams of potato, 200 grams of sugar, like that. While kilogram is used to measure heavy things, like for example, your body weight. For example, mine has a body weight of 55 kilograms. Is it heavy?
Oh, teacher.
Yes, it is. How about Lovely? Do you know what is your weight?
Yes, teacher. It's 40 kilograms.
So healthy. You're so healthy. How about King? Do you know your weight?
Yes, teacher. It's 43
Okay,
kilograms.
very good. So that is the common units of mass. And the common tool we use in measuring mass is a weighing scale, or we called it in Tagalog a timbangan. So that is the mass measurement. Next, let's have the capacity. It is how much quantity a container can hold. Excuse me. The common metric unit we use in quantity is the milliliters and liters. We use ml for milliliters and big letter of L in liters. So we use milliliters when we are measuring a very small amount of quantity. Like for example, the milliliter in a syrup medicine. We take, when we are sick, the kids like you take syrup medicine, right? Like Tempra, Lagundi, or Silin. And if you will notice, it is put in a small bottle, right? Because it just contains a small amount of liquid. Another example is the baby oil. So it is put in a small amount, and if you notice, it has a 50 ml. So they use milliliters. So we use the unit of milliliters when measuring a very small amount, while liters is used to measure liquids or has a large amount of liquid, like a liter of juice, 2 liters of milk, like that. The common tool we use in measuring capacity is measuring cups like this, or measuring spoons. So that is the common units of, linear mass and capacity. So now let's move on how to convert this common unit of measurement from larger unit to smaller unit and vice versa. But first, let's take a look this table of conversion. We have the linear mass and capacity. The table shows the most common units and their equivalent. In linear measurement, we have the centimeters and meters. And 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters. Like for example, 2 meter is equivalent to 200 centimeters. While in the mass, we use the metric unit of kilograms and grams. And a 1 kilogram is equivalent to 1,000 grams. And it is also like in capacity. We use liter and milliliters. And 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000 milliliters. Make sure to know and remember these conversion factors, because we will use this in converting the common unit. Another thing you need to remember is the basic rule in conversion. To convert from a larger unit to smaller one, multiply, because multiplication is all about making numbers bigger. While in converting smaller unit to larger unit, you will need to use division, because division is all about making numbers smaller. So did you understand, learners, the basic rule in converting and the common unit we use in measurement?
Yes, teacher, it's clear and we understand it.
So that's great, learners. So let's continue our discussions. First, let's discuss the conversion of linear measure. To convert meter to centimeter, larger unit to smaller unit, multiply the numbers of meters by 100. Why we use 100? Why we don't just use 10 or 1,000? Yes, Nikki?
Because 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeter, teacher.
Okay, that is correct. So here is our example. We need to convert 2 meter of tablecloth into a centimeters. So how we will do that? By multiplying 2 in 100. So 2 times 100 is equal to 200. So the answer is 2 meter of tablecloth is equal to 200 centimeter long of tablecloth. That's how we convert larger unit into smaller unit. Is it
No,
hard?
teacher, it is easy to understand and we enjoy it.
Wow, that's good to know. So if you really understand on how to convert it, can you answer the second example?
Yes, teacher.
Our example is we need to convert 6.5 or 6.5 meters to centimeters. So how we will do it? Yes, Jay.
Teacher, by multiplying 6.5 to
Okay,
100.
we need to multiply the 6.5 in 100. That's great. So what is the answer if we multiply 6.5 in 100? Yes, Monica.
It's 650
Let's
centimeter,
see.
teacher.
Okay, it's 6.5 meters is equal to 600 centimeters. That's correct. Good job, class. So did you understand the conversions of larger unit into smaller unit? Linear measures, linear measurement? Yes?
Yes, teacher.
So let's move on the conversion of linear measurement smaller unit into larger unit. What is the basic rule in converting a smaller unit to larger unit? Yes, Juno.
Convert smaller unit to larger unit, we need to use division, teacher.
Wow, that's correct. You really have a pretty good memory, We need to convert meter to centimeter, smaller unit to larger unit, we need to divide it by 100 also. So here is an example. We have 500 centimeters of a carpet and we need to convert it to meters. So 500 divided 100 is equal to, yes, Tommy?
5, teacher. A 500 centimeter of carpet is equal to 5 meter long.
It is correct. A 500 centimeters is equal to 5 meters. Another example we have. So we need to convert a 500 centimeters of a ribbon into a meter. So 550 divided 100 is equal to, yes, Louis.
5.5
What is the
meter,
answer?
teacher. A 550 centimeter of ribbon is equal to 5.5 meter.
Okay, that is correct. A 550 centimeter of ribbon is equivalent to 5.5 meter. So, that's great, learners. I didn't expect that you will pick up fast the discussion today. So, give yourself a good job clap. So, G-O-O-D-J-O-B, good job. Good job. G-O-O-D-J-O-B, good job. Good job. Okay, thank you, learners. So, if that is clear, let's move on to the conversion of common units of mass measure, kilograms and grams. In mass measure, we have metric unit of kilograms and grams. So to convert kilograms to grams, larger unit to smaller unit, we need to
Multiply, teacher.
yes, multiply the number of kilograms by 1,000. A while ago in our linear measure, we just multiply and divide the numbers by 100. But now in mass, we need to multiply and divide numbers by 1,000. But it is just the same operation in linear measure. What makes it different is the conversion value. So don't be confused on that, learners. So did you understand the mass measures?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, that's great. Okay, here is the first example for conversions of common units. We need to convert 4.5 kilograms of mango so to grams. What operation we need to use?
Multiplication,
Okay,
teacher.
it's correct. Multiplications. So what number do we multiply to the 4.5?
1,000, teacher.
Why 1,000?
Because a 1 kilogram is equivalent to 1,000 grams, teacher.
Okay, that is correct. So if we multiply 4.5 to 1,000, what would be the answer?
It's 4,500, teacher. A 4.5 kilograms of mango is equivalent to 4,500
Okay, it
grams.
is correct. A 4.5 kilograms of mangoes is equivalent to 4,500 grams. Wow! Good job, class! So, let's move on in converting grams into kilograms or smaller unit to larger unit. To convert smaller unit to larger unit, we need to divide the number of grams by 1,000. So here's an example. We need to convert 4,000 grams to kilograms. So 4,000 grams divide 1,000. What is the answer? Okay, Angelo.
For teacher, a 4,000 grams of oranges is equal to 4 kilograms.
That is correct. 4,000 grams divide 1,000 is equal to 4 or 4 kilograms. So that is how we convert mass measure in smaller unit into smaller unit. Is it hard again?
No, teacher, it is just the same in converting linear measurement.
Okay, that's great. I'm glad that you're all in our discussions. So let's move on in conversion of common units of capacity measure, liters and centimeters. So to convert liter to milliliter, larger unit to smaller unit, we need to multiply the number of liters by 1,000. So here is our first example. So we need to convert 6 liters of water into milliliters. So what we will do? So 6 liters of water times 1,000 rather is equal to 6,000. So the answer is 6 liters of water is equal to 6,000 milliliters of water. So second example, we need to convert 1.5 liters to milliliters. What we will do?
Teacher, we need to multiply 1.5 to 1,000.
Also multiply. So 1.5 times 1,000 is equal to 1,500. So a 1.5 liter of juice is equal to 1,500 ml. Okay. To convert milliliters to liter, smaller unit to larger unit, we need to divide the numbers of milliliters by 1,000. So, here is our example. For example, I have a 2,500 milliliters. We need to convert it to liters. So, 2,500 ml divide 1,000 is equal to 2.5. So, 2,500 milliliters of milk is equal to 2.5 liters of milk. So, that is how we convert linear mass and capacity from larger unit to smaller unit and vice versa. Now, for you to have a better understanding in the lesson, we will use this conversion in answering our word problems. And first is, the fence surrounding our school is 5 meters high. How high is the fence in centimeters? Yes, Jade.
Teacher, the height of the fence is 500 centimeters.
Okay, it is correct. It is equal to 500 centimeters. So, number 2. Sophia bought 5,000 grams of strawberries in the market. How many kilograms of strawberries did she buy? Yes, Monica.
Teacher, the answer is 5 kilograms of strawberries.
Yes, it is correct. It is equal to 5 kilograms. Very good. So the last number is number 3. So we have Nicole. So here is the question. Chloe drank 1 liter of water while Keisha drank 1,000 milliliters. So who drank more water, Chloe or Keisha?
Teacher, they are just the same because as we tackled a while ago, a 1 liter is equivalent to 1,000
Okay, it
milliliters.
is correct, Nicole. They are both drank the same water. So very good. You're so amazing, class. I didn't expect that you pick up fast our lesson for today. So you are answering from the very start of our lesson until the end. And you really remember each equivalence steps in solving and basic rule in conversion. So give yourself a good job, clap. G-O-O-D-J-O-B, good job. Good job. G-O-O-D-J-O-B, good job. Good job. Okay, thank you, learners. So, I think you are ready to apply what you have learned in this lesson. So, I will give you a worksheet here that is divided into 2 parts. The first part is you need to convert the following to the indicated unit of measure, while the second part of your worksheet is you need to solve the following problems using conversions. So I will give you 10 minutes to answer this activity worksheet. After 10 minutes, we will check your activity. Is that clear, class?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, that's very good. So here for you, Nicole. For you. Are you all done, class? Okay, that's great. So you can now exchange your paper to your seatmate and be honest in checking the paper of your seatmate. Okay, class?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you. So let's first check in the number 1 or the first part of your activity. You need to convert the following to the indicated unit of measure. So 600, number 1, 600 centimeters is equal to how many meters?
6 meters,
Yes.
teacher.
Okay, 6 meters. Number 2, did you get it right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, that's great. So number 2, we have 1.5 meters and you need to convert it into centimeters. So what will be the answer, Angelo?
It's 150 centimeters.
Okay, it is
teacher.
correct. It's 150 meters. How about the number 3? 33 kilograms is equals to how many grams? Yes, lovely.
It's 33,000 grams, teacher.
Okay, it is correct. It is 33,000 kilograms. How about 1,500 grams is equivalent to how many kilograms? Yes, Nicole.
1.5 kilograms, teacher.
Okay, it is correct. How about 1,500 milliliters plus 500 milliliters? How many liters is there? Or it's equivalent?
2 liters,
Yes.
teacher.
2 liters because 1.5 plus 500 is equal to 2,000 milliliters and it is equivalent to 2 liters. Did you get it all right?
Yes,
Class.
teacher. We got it all
Okay,
right.
that's good to hear. Let's move on to the third. So, you need to solve the following problem. Show your answer and solution in the box. So, I will collect that later, but first, we will check it. So, Jans and Jaden measured the length of their dining table. Jans found it to be 1.5 meter long, while Jaden said that it is 150 centimeter. Whose measurement is correct and why? Yes, Nicole?
They are both correct, teacher, because as we tackled a while ago, a 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeter. So 1.5 is equivalent to
Yes,
150
it is correct. They
centimeters.
are just the same as we tackled a while ago. 1.5 meter is equivalent to 150 centimeters. So that is correct. They are just the same in length. How about number 2? The limit of the baggage that Elsa can bring in the airport is 10 kilograms. Her baggage weighs for 11,500 grams. How much is the excess?
The excess is 1,500 grams,
Yes,
teacher,
Angelo.
because 11,500 grams minus 10,000 grams is
Yes, it is
1,500.
correct. Did you get it right, class?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, that's great. So let's move on the number 3. Nicole drinks 2.5 liters of water in one day. How many milliliters does she drink in one day?
It's 2,500 milliliters, teacher.
Yes, it is correct, Tommy. So did you get it all right, class?
Yes, teacher, we got it all right.
Okay, that's good to hear. So let's move on this. This will key points that you need to remember. The linear measurement describes how long thing is from one end to another, and the metric unit we use is centimeters and meters. We use centimeter to measure small lengths, while meter is used to measure big lengths. And the common to convert larger unit to smaller unit, we need to multiply. While in converting smaller unit to larger unit, you need to divide. So in capacity, the amount of matter a thing consists of its weight. And the metric unit we use is the kilograms and grams. Grams is used to measure small amount of quantity, while the kilograms is used to measure big amounts of quantity. So to convert kilograms to grams, larger unit to smaller unit, we need to multiply the kilograms by 100. And in converting grams to kilograms, smaller unit to larger unit, we need to divide it. While in mass, lastly, in mass is, baliktad. So capacity is here, and the mass. So in capacity, how much quantity a container can hold. So the metric unit we use is liter and milliliter. We use liter to measure big amount of liquid, while in milliliter we use this to measure small amount of liquid. So like on the mass, it is also multiplying the liter and milliliters by 1,000. So the basic rule, this is important that you need to remember. The basic rule in conversion is to convert from larger unit to smaller unit, we need to multiply. And in converting smaller unit to larger unit, we need to divide. So that's great.
So, for your evaluation, I will give you another worksheet that you will need to answer. And for this activity, for the first activity, you need to choose the appropriate weight or length from the following. And you will write, or you will box the correct answer in the parentheses. So, we have 5 items on our first activity, and on the second activity you need to find the equivalent unit inside the box, and you will write on the blank your answer. So I will give you 10 minutes to answer these questions. So I will give you 10 minutes to answer these questions. So can you pass it?
Okay.
So you can answer it now. Are you done, learners? Okay. Please exchange your paper to your seatmate and we will check it out. So for number 1, we have 3 pieces of banana. What would be the weight of this or the mass of these bananas? If it is 30 grams or 30 kilo? Yes, Nicole?
It's 30 grams, teacher.
Yes, it is correct. Rather, it's 30 grams. On the number 2, we have a small bottle of drinks or soft drinks. What will be its capacity? A 30 ml or 35 liter? It is just a small soft drinks. Yes, Angelo?
It's 30 ml,
Yes,
teacher.
it is 30 ml. How about the 2 pieces of chicken? What will be its weight or mass? 2 pieces of chicken. It is 400 grams or 4 kilograms. Yes, Monica?
It's 400
Okay,
grams,
it is
teacher.
correct. It's 400 grams. How about one large pitcher of mango juice? What would be its capacity? It is a large pitcher. So it will be 2 liters or 200 ml. Yes, Juno.
It's 2 liters, teacher.
Yes, it's 2 liters. You are correct. How about the number 5, the last questions? What is the height of the door? 150 centimeter or 15 meter? Yes, Sophia.
It's 150
Okay,
centimeter,
it
teacher.
is correct. A 150 centimeter. How about in our second activity? Find the equivalent unit inside the box. So in our box, we have 85,000, 2.5, 9.5, 480, 12.5, 750, and 48. So the question in number 1 is, what is the equivalent of 900 centimeters in meters? What it is?
It's 9 meters, teacher.
Oh, you are correct, Lawrence. Is 9 meters. How about in number 2? We have 7.5 meters. So what will be, what is the equivalent into centimeters? Yes, Tammy.
750 centimeters,
What
teacher.
it is? Okay, you are correct. 750 centimeters. How about in 85 kilograms? What is the equivalent in grams? 85 kilograms.
It's 85,000 grams.
Okay, Jade, you are correct. It is 85,000. How about in 48 grams? What would be its equivalent in kilograms? Yes, Angelo.
It will be 48 kilograms, teacher.
Okay, it is correct. It's 48. How about in number 5? 2.5 milliliters. What is equivalent in liters? Yes, lovely.
2.5 liters,
It's
teacher.
2.5 liters. You are correct. How about last in number 6? So we have 12,500 milliliters. What is the equivalent of it in liters? Yes, Nicole?
It's 12.5
Okay,
liters,
it is
teacher.
correct. It's 12.5. So, good job, learners. You made it so far and you only have a little ways to go. So, give yourself a good job clap. So, G-O-O-D-J-O-B, good job. Good job. G-O-O-D-J-O-B, good job. Good job. Okay, thank you, learners. So, for your assignment, you need to measure or you need to measure the length of the following objects found in your home. Record the length in meters and centimeters. Put your answer in your notebook. So the object that you need to measure is height of the door, length of the window, width of a table, and you will measure it in meters and centimeters. So on your second assignment, you will need to solve these following problems. So the instruction for it is answer the following problems, show your solutions, and answer in your notebook. So in our number 1 question, Mrs. Beth bought 1 kilogram of onion. How many grams of onion did she buy?
Teacher, it's
Don't say your answer now. This is your assignment, so you need to answer it in your respective home, and you will need to write your solution in your notebook, and we will be checking it in the next meeting. So the second question in your assignment is, Mother told you to buy 3 liters of mango juice. In the grocery store, you saw mango juice in cans of different capacity and price, as shown below. So this is the picture. Which will you buy and how many cans of mango juice you will buy? Explain your answer. So did you understand your assignment? Okay. So let's move on to your second assignment. Okay, for your second assignment, make an advanced reading about solving a routine and non-routine problems involving conversions of common units of measures for you to be prepared in our next discussions. Is that clear, class?
yes, teacher, it's clear.
Okay, that's great. So that is the end of our discussion for today about conversions of common units, linear, mass, and capacity. And I'm so glad that you all understand our discussion because I can see it from your participation from the start and at the end of these discussions. You are answering my questions and participating in our discussions, and I'm so glad about that. Thank you, learners. I'm so blessed that you are my students. So thank you. So may I ask the prayer leader for today? Okay, first before we pray, let us stand and give yourself a good job, class, as you did a really great job in this discussion or in this morning. So let us stand. So give your best good job clap at the end of this. So 1, 2, 3, go.
G-double-O-D-J-O-B,
Good job.
good job.
G-double-O-D-J-O-B, good job. Good job. Last. G-double-O-D-J-O-B, good job. Good job. Okay, thank you, learners. You may now sit. So, may I ask the prayer leader for today, Chloe, please lead us in our prayer.
Please bow your heads and let us pray. Dear God, we thank you for this wonderful day, sharing your love with our teacher and classmates. Thank you for the strength and excellence you gave us to learn and understand our lessons. Amen.
Okay, thank you, Chloe. So, keep safe in your way home, class, and God bless you. Thank you for listening today.